So in the terminal, run ng gm for module, and we're going to call this shared. So here Angular CLI creates this file shared.module.ts inside our shared folder. So let's go to shared.module. You can see we have a simple class called shared module. This class is decorated with the ng module decorator, just like app module. Here we have the imports array where we define the dependencies of this module. We also have declarations where we define all the components, pipes, and directives that belong to this module. So here in the declarations, we should add product card and product quantity because these are the only components we have in this module. Now, I'm going to go to app.module. Inside our declarations array, here we have product card and product quantity. I'm going to cut these. Now back to shared module. I'm going to paste them here. Now, command and period. We have a new item, add all missing imports if possible. Now this command is very useful, but it's not 100% reliable. Sometimes it doesn't work and you may get weird errors, so please be patient with it. Let's import them. You can see on the top, it's asking me which product card component I want to import. So we have three options. And this is because VS Code still thinks this product card component is in the old place. So in this list, you need to choose the one that is inside shared/components folder. Now for the second component, we should select the one inside shared/components. So here is our declarations array. Now, because we're going to use these components outside this module, we need to export them because by default, these components are private. They're only visible to other components inside this module. So we need to export these components outside this module so they can be used by other modules. So here we add another property, exports. We set it to an array and simply put both of these here. Now in this case, I exported both of these components, but in your applications, you don't necessarily have to export everything that is declared in a module. I've exported product card component because we use it in two places, one on the products page and one on the product form for admins. And also I exported product quantity component because we have used this component in the template for our shopping cart component. In your application, chances are you might have 10 other components here. You don't necessarily have to export them to the outside if they are used only internally. Okay, so these are all about our components. Now our shared module also has a bunch of reusable services. So we should register these services as providers in this module. Once again, I'm going to go back to app module. And in the providers array, I'm going to separate admin auth card and then take every other service here, cut it, and move them to our new module. So providers, and we paste these types here. Once again, let's add all the missing import statements. So in this case, you can see it didn't work properly. That's why I got this compilation error. So these two components are now redeclared. I'm going to delete them. Now finally, I'm going to organize these import statements and sort them alphabetically. So I press Ctrl, Alt, and O. The way this plugin sorts these import statements is based on the location first and then the name of the class. So here components come first and then we have services. In the services folder, these types are sorted alphabetically. Okay, now let's go back to app module. So we removed a bunch of services in the providers array. We also removed a couple of components here So our app module is slightly thinner. Now let's go on the top. Again, we want to organize these import statements and remove those that are not used. So Control, Alt, and O. You can see all the modules are listed first, and then we have other types that are sorted alphabetically. Also, those classes that we moved into our new module, they are no longer imported here. Now finally, here in app module, in the imports array, we need to add our shared module. So app module can use the components defined in the shared module. So shared module. Now let's test the application. So our application is working, beautiful. Next, we're going to create our admin module.